Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sarel van Grenen, aka Mr. VG, and I am excited that you have decided to join me on this journey into mastering mathematics. Welcome. That's my first little bit of thanks to you, because you have decided to offer your time to master this beautiful, beautiful subject of mathematics. Now, I know some of you might feel like you are doing everything except mastering mathematics at the moment. It feels like maybe you're failing mathematics. But hold on, buckle up, because this is a beautiful ride. This is a ride where I'm going to show you, what tools and techniques you can use to solve quadratic equations and inequalities. So when we talk about quadratic equations and inequalities, I'm going to do 5 videos with you. First of all, our first video is going to be all about quadratic equations. Our second video is going to be about exponential equations, as well as surds. I mustn't forget about surds. Then I'm going to have a look at linear and quadratic inequalities, and also inequalities with fractions. Oh, those beautiful ones. So to summarize, video 1 is going to be about quadratics. Video 2 is going to be about exponents and surds. Then video 3 about linear and quadratic fractions. And then video 4. But sir, you said 5 videos. Just for free, I'm going to give you an extra video on roots. Ladies and gents, buckle up. Enjoy this ride with me, and remember to hit the pause button if you get stuck anywhere. So when I specifically look at quadratic equations. Now, quadratic equations, ladies and gentlemen, are equations where the standard form of the quadratic equations is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now, let's have a look at an example which says solve for x. 2x minus 1 and x minus 4 equal to 4. A very important thing about quadratic equations is that I always want equal to 0. So I'm going to do my first step, which is always trying to get equal to 0. But for me to get that, I actually need to multiply out. So let me continue multiplying out there. So very, very important. It's not equal to 0 yet. So I'm going to take everything to the left, and I'm left with 2x squared minus 8x. Once I've got it equal to 0, I have one of 3 options that I can look at. First of all, factorize. Secondly, I can use the quadratic formula, x equal to negative b plus minus the root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Or I can look at completing the square. Now, completing the square, I'm just going to tell you to put a pin in it, because in this video, I'm not going to look at completing the square. But as we prepare for the exams and I do a live stream video, I promise you, I will do a completing the square for you. Because there is a place in grade 12, analytical geometry, where we are going to use completing the square. So even if your teachers just showed it to you once off and they said, oh, you're never going to do it again, I promise you there is a place where you are going to need it. So I will go through it with you. But now let's get back to the sum. We have equal to 0. So in other words, I'm going to now factorize. So I'm going to take out a 2x common, leaving me with x minus 4 in the brackets. And because of the 0 product rule, it says that I've got now 2x equal to 0, or x minus 4 being 0. Now, if you forgot about the 0 product rule, the 0 product rule is a simple little rule that says whenever I have a product like A times by B equal to 0, then A must be naught or B must be naught. And that, ladies and gents, is the zero product rule. I know that your teachers most probably don't emphasize this much, but this is the reason why we need equal to 0. So now that we've done this little example, let's go over to another example that maybe can't be factorized. Oh, but let's finish off this one. X is 0 and X is 4. Very important. Always finish your sum. Don't be like me who almost moved on to the next question without finishing the sum. Always finish your question, your sum, 100%. Now on to the next one, question 2, which says that 3x squared minus x equal to 5. Again, our main aim is first get equal to 0. You cannot solve quadratic equations, or you couldn't solve them properly without getting equal to 0. So therefore, 3x squared minus x minus 5 is 0, with a being 3, b being negative 1, and c being negative 5. If I now go, let me just make some space here. If I now go and I substitute into our lovely quadratic formula, I get x equal to negative 1 plus minus negative 1 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 5 all over 2 times 3. Now at this moment of time, you've got to be careful and look at what does your teacher say. Does your teacher ask you simplest third form? Because then you just write 1 plus minus root 61 over 6. Or if they ask you to 2 decimals or 1 or 3 decimals, please make sure that you answer the question that was posed to you. But ladies and gents, this is a short first little video, a little taster of what's coming in the next videos. Remember, in this video we specifically looked at quadratic equations, where you always try and get equal to 0 first. Then either you factorize or you use the quadratic formula or complete the square, which we'll do a bit later on. Tune in to our next video, which is going to be about exponential equations and surds. Very crucial, because these type of questions your teachers love, because they're small little things that you tend to forget. Ladies and gents, this is Mr. VG signing out. Go and be awesome. Cheers.